We're continuing to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month by taking a closer look at a growing trend. Latinos are reclaiming accent marks in first and last names.
A new Axios report traced back some of the reasons why the marks were abandoned in the first place by many Latinos while immigrating into the U.S. and how technology made it more complicated to use them.
Astrid Galván joins us now for more on this. She is the editor of Axios Latino. Astrid, good to have you with us. Let's start at the beginning here. So why did some Latinos abandon the accent mark in their names? And what does this tell us about some of the obstacles that people were facing when they immigrated to the U.S.?
Hi, thank you for having me. Yeah, so this dates back to the early 1900s during the Mexican Revolution, when a lot of Mexican immigrants were making their way to the United States. A lot of them were illiterate both in Spanish and English. And so along the way, the documentation just didn't have the right accent marks. And then as time went on, a lot of Latinos were raised in the U.S., second, third generation Latinos. There was a point in time where they were taught not to speak Spanish. They were punished in schools for speaking Spanish. And so it got even further lost.
And fascinating to me, Astrid, technology also played a role in the loss of these accent marks. How did that lead to more complications for trying to get these accents included?
Yeah, so when computers and keyboards were developed, they were developed with the English language in mind. And there were a lot of limitations to what coders could do at that time. And so accent marks and basically any non-English symbol were not included. And so even as far as recently, in government documents or in the computer typing out an email, it was really hard. It still is pretty hard to put those accent marks in there.
Big picture here. Why is this so important, and how does this help Latinos reconnect with their roots?
Yeah, I think we heard a lot from our readers who felt like, they wanted to show their pride in their heritage. For so long, Latinos in the U.S. have been told not to show their pride. They've been told to assimilate. And there's this kind of new way of thinking that says, hey, I am who I am. I should celebrate my culture. And also people should pronounce my name correctly, because these accent marks really drastically change the way some names and words are pronounced.
Is this something we're seeing with younger generations become a bigger thing?
Yeah, it's both. We heard from young readers, and we heard from middle-aged readers who are like C-suite professionals who just recently decided to add the accent marks in their name, for example, in their email signature.
All right, Astrid Galván, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.